In this week's Torah portion, Parshat Vayetze, we have a very famous incident that unfolds, one that is well known to many people, irrespective of how familiar they are with the Bible. In this week's Torah portion, Jacob will work 7 years in order to marry the woman that he loves, in order to marry Rachel. But on the wedding night, Lavan, Rachel's father and Jacob's uncle, will switch and put in Rachel's older sister, Leah, and Jacob will marry her instead. In the morning, when Jacob realizes what has happened, Jacob will confront Lavan and say, "How could you do such a thing? How could you deceive me, knowing how hard I worked for Rachel, for the woman that I loved?" What's remarkable about Jacob's response is the lack of any perceived anger in his rebuke to Lavan. This is a very important lesson that the Torah teaches us. When we interact with people, and we have an interaction with them where they do something to us, and they are wrong, and it is clear that they are wrong, we respond often, when rebuking them, with anger. The problem there is that even when we are right, and our cause is just, people don't hear just what we say, but how we say it as well. And anger is among the most powerful emotions. And that is often what people react to when we rebuke them. Hence, we are surprised when people respond to a rebuke when we are right, with defensiveness or anger of their own. But such a reaction is natural, because as I said, what people focus on are not just the words we use, but how we say it. Hence, within this week's Torah portion, the Torah is teaching us a key way of addressing people. When we have something we need to say, when someone does something that hurts us, when they are in the wrong, we cannot use the hurt from their actions and let that hurt come out in our own anger. For in such a case, they will respond to that emotion, and the conversation will spiral downhill. Rather, we have to understand that no matter what pain may have been caused us, if we want our relationships with the people around us to be able to go forward, we have to think very carefully about the emotion behind what we say and tone it down if possible, so that they can hear what we're saying and not just how we're saying it. In this way, we have an opportunity to improve those relationships and go forward. Yes, when we are wrong, anger is understandable, and it might always be justifiable as well. But oftentimes, to speak in anger is very, very unhelpful. That is your Torah in 2. Shabbat Shalom.